crew members, what it be?
What's going on? It is good to be back.
Yeah, so we're throwing y'all a little bonus news episode because we recorded 2 episodes that you guys have already heard, the first person shooter and the Game Awards episode. And there's been a bunch of news that's been kind of popping, so we wanted to kind of drop a little dime on that.
This week has had some things.
It's definitely had some things.
It's had some things. Had some good things, some bad things, mostly bad things.
Bad.
Mostly bad. Not good.
Straight off the gate, I want to go ahead and hope everybody who is Jewish had a good Hanukkah.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because that's passed by this point, and Christmas is right around the corner.
Yeah. Mazel tov. Gefilte fish, all that good stuff.
Yeah, man. Happy holidays, y'all.
Yeah. Dude, I love Jew food.
he just hits it on the...
What? I'm Jewish. I'm allowed to say that.
I know, but it was just the way you did it.
I do.
Damn, I love Jew food.
I do. Alec, my wife's still like trying to perfect. She tries to perfect every, because she loves to cook, so she tries to perfect every bit of
course,
like my culture. So she's really working on like Jewish food and Yuki food. And when she was asking me about like making certain things Jewish food, I was like, just whatever you make, just overcook it. And it's Jewish food. Like that's all you need. Overcook the pasta. Overcook. You know, she made me some matzo ball soup, some canadal soup.
Nice.
The other day, that was bomb. That shit makes you feel better even if you're not even sick.
Yeah, your wife's on point, man. She's a great cook.
Yeah, she's doing the damn thing. But yeah, no, hopefully everyone had a good holiday. It's everyone feasted on some gelt. Hanukkah gelt's the best. You don't know what gelt is, do you?
No, I don't.
It's the little chocolate coins?
Yeah.
It's gelt. It's
gelt. The coins you use for like dreidel and all that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, man, as a non-Jewish person, that's always the way I've looked at, you know what I mean? I mean, you play dreidel and basically you bet those little chocolate coins. Like,
I eat the shit out of like that's some of the shittiest taste in chocolate, but, you know, it's like tradition. It's tradition. My mom always got me gelt every year. I'm 32. She still does it. Or my wife does now.
That's great, actually.
But, yeah, it's part of tradition. Gefilte fish is, too, but I tried to buy some the other day when I was at the grocery store, and I looked at it and was like, I don't know. I don't know that I can still do this. So I bitched out.
Now, is it just any particular type of fish, or?
Oh, God, I'm a bad Jew.
You have your phone in front of you.
All I can think of is rush hour. Gefilte fish. Gefilte fish is a dish made from a poached mixture of ground deboned fish such as carp, whitefish, or pike.
Okay.
And it's traditionally served as an appetizer in Jewish households. And usually you eat it, well, I don't know if it's normally people, but we eat it with like horseradish, but it's tough to look at. It's tough to look at.
So you don't look, you just eat it.
I don't know that I could get you to eat it. Maybe I could get you to eat it if I just like cut a tiny piece on a fork and gave it to you. But if you saw it just floating in the jar, I don't know that you could.
Well, see, the problem is you told me that it floats in a fucking jar. That's the issue right there.
So do pickles.
I don't eat pickles.
Oh God, this episode is over. You really don't eat pickles?
No.
Why have I never known this? I know you don't eat like lettuce and tomato and shit, but I thought
lettuce I'm better at.
It's a pickle. How do you not eat pickles?
I don't like pickles.
Oh my God. All right, let's start this episode before something bad happens.
Yeah. I mean, we're already 4 minutes in and we're talking absolute bullshit.
We are going to lose followers because people just found out that you don't like pickles.
I feel like we already have, and that was before me, so.
Continue.
Just awkward silence.
I'm like personally offended.
Oh, ain't that some shit?
You never had like a shot of pickle juice? Like,
why? What would be the actual reason for me to have a shot of pickle juice?
Natural electrolytes?
The simple fact that we're having this conversation on a games podcast, I mean, let's go ahead.
Look, we can take a pause for the cause for a minute. Electrolytes. Natural electrolytes. Fuck Gatorade. Pickle juice. Oh, I'm sorry.
That was a explosion right there. Yeah. He's looking dead into his mic. Like into her one eye and just says sorry.
Okay, let's get into the gaming stuff that we're here for.
So, let's do news. So let's start it up. Playing guitar.
A little bit.
So the Strong Museum in Rochester, New York. You know what I mean? It is a museum that houses a collection of LGBTQ representation. Okay, it's been around since 1986, and just recently, they have somebody donated, or bunch of groups, whoever it might be, donated almost 1,300 video games to this. You know what I mean? To the Strong Museum. Some of the video games featured are like Legend of Zelda, Final Fantasy, Super Mario Brothers, Fallout, The Sims. You know what I mean? Games. The Sims, you Sims don't give a fuck. Sims is like, yo, they got 2 legs, you got 2 legs, go do work.
Whatever.
I mean, like, we already had our episode on queer representation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And actually, that was actually one of the ones I might actually consider one of my favorites that we did this year.
Me as well.
Another one that they have in here is a game called Caper in the Castro, which is one of the earliest known computer games that has a LGBTQ theme, because one of the very first things you read is the scenario. You are the world famous lesbian private detective.
Fuck yeah.
That is the first sentence.
Let's go.
I mean, dude, yo, look at this shit. This is like fucking classic, like, give me Windows 95. You know what I mean? Fucking
Is that on a floppy disk? Like,
yeah, so we can put a link in our show notes for
people check it out.
for people wanting to go ahead and check this out at the museum.
Oh yeah.
I think this is fucking awesome. The museum has had, within 4 years, it's had 1.8 million visits online. And I mean, look, man, the representation is absolutely necessary. It's needed. You know what I mean? We all need to go ahead and feel like we belong somewhere. One of the biggest things that, like, Cyberpunk, which is something else we're going to talk about today.
Are we?
A little bit.
Did they have news?
A little bit. But like, I mean, people keep on creating, you know what I mean, characters that have, like, basically, like we were talking about before, the Mandingo schlong, and then give me huge.
Okay. Okay. When we were sitting at the table discussing doing a video game podcast a couple years ago, I don't know that I ever saw Mandingo schlong being something that I would have to tackle. Scratch. Scratch. Wait.
That is
wait.
in.
No.
Yes.
Wait. Okay. Fine. Let's scratch that. That's not what I meant. I didn't think a Mandingo schlong would be something that I would be forced to have to fucking take in. That's worse. That's worse. That's worse. That I would have to hear from you.
You didn't think that a Mandingo schlong would be something you'd have to go ahead and have a conversation about?
Yes. God, how did that get worse?
I love it.
That got way worse.
That was fucking fantastic.
Oh, I'm gonna hear about that. I'm gonna hear about that.
I might actually make that a teaser.
No, that's that stupid clickbait that I don't ever want to do to people.
No, I feel like it's necessary. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna put the website for the Strong Museum into our show notes to go ahead and actually let everybody check this out. Because look, there are many more games than, I mean, even we just said in that little bit. You know, Final Fantasy, Legend of Zelda. You know, obviously Last of Us is another one. But it is a collection that will never stop growing. So we'll definitely go ahead and throw that to you guys. Next article I have has to do with the three major gaming companies, and they're partnering together. They are making a commitment to try to make gaming safer for the community.
Love it. Love it.
And all this came out on the Xbox Wire. And the corporate vice president, Dave McCarthy, was talking about how to make gaming for all ages, you know what I mean, accessible. So,
more inclusive.
So what they were talking about, I mean, he said he was talking with Nintendo of America and Sony to work together as one whole entity to go ahead and make this multi-divisional platform to go ahead and just make sure, like, everybody's on the same page. Because when it comes down to these three top gaming companies, you really don't have much else, besides these guys. You have very few else to go ahead and actually talk about.
Yes.
So, some of the stuff they're going to be doing is a prevention, which is going to empower players and parents to understand the controlled gaming experiences. And they're going to invest in technology to help thwart improper conduct, which is something that we've already. We played last night. We threw down on a game of Shell, and the team's name was Ice Wellow. So Ice Wallow.
I didn't even notice.
You didn't even notice that?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So so stuff like that. Obviously, it's like, just create a fucking name. You don't need to go ahead and try to be cutesy with some fucking bullshit with the wording.
Yeah.
And
this is stuff, and dude, I was a kid too. That's stuff that I never did.
No.
Never dabbled in anything like that.
No, and we've had conversations before. About playing COD back in the day. Hearing kids, throwing N-word out. Throwing this and that. Freaking 12, 11-year-olds. Talking all this shit about what they doing to our mothers and stuff like that. So. Another thing they were talking about was partnerships. So they commit to partnering with the industry, regulators, law enforcement, and the communities to advance user safety. And a lot of that has to do with the ESRB. So the rating that the games get, and also the PEGI rate and the PEGI, which is also roughly the same. Talk about PEGI is more like 18 plus.
PEGI 18.
Yeah, it's funny. I hear that a lot with the Outriders. Trailers and stuff
like every trailer ever. Almost.
Yeah. Doom would absolutely be a part of those.
Yeah.
So, so they believe that hate and harassment or exploitation of younger players in any way have no place in gaming, which I 100% agree.
You have no disagreement from me.
And they're going to partner with the community to promote safe gaming behavior and encourage the use of reporting tools to call out the bad actors. Look, when I streamed last week, there was somebody tried to get me to say some.
Did you say bad actors?
Yeah, bad actors.
Oh, gotcha. I couldn't tell if you said bad actors or bad apples.
No, bad actors.
Gotcha.
That's kind of the new wording now. For just generalizing, people just doing bad shit, or people trying to go ahead and just display bad things, even if they're being bad, they're bad actors.
Got it.
But another thing is the responsibility. So they're holding themselves accountable for making their platform as safe as possible for all players. So, it's not just the people who can afford the systems. It's also for the people whose parents buy the systems. You know what I mean? So, so it's everybody involved. And I'm game for that, man. I'm game for all of this, to be honest with you. It makes perfect sense, because gaming isn't just us. Gaming's not 18 to 34, 18 to 35. That age range. It's not only looked at with those. It's also like the Switch. The Switch has more games that are made, E for everyone. Shit like that. Our podcast isn't, but
that would be tough.
It could never happen.
No, it could.
I thought about that before. I don't think this podcast could not curse.
It could.
Is that a challenge for an episode next year?
That next episode. Is the next episode next year?
No.
Okay, next episode.
It'll be dropped the next year, but
next episode. We just need to get a buzzer sound for every time someone screws up.
We can do it like Spaghetti Boys did with Jacob when he said "see you next Tuesday," and every time it was just the Mario coin.
Yeah.
That shit was so funny. All right, let's get into the game that people have been talking about for weeks, no, days. I don't know. It honestly feels like more like a year, but that's only because of all the delays.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077. So, so they have been dealing with a lot of issues, and mainly it's because of the bugs in the older gen. So the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One and One X. All the older gen. I guess it is older gen model. I said current gen. We were talking off mic, but I guess current
because it's still so new.
I guess current gen is now next gen.
It just doesn't feel real yet.
No, it really doesn't.
Yeah.
But you have the actual what they put out to social media
statement from Cyberpunk, because in our last episode we touched on this, and we talked about how they hadn't
heard a
yet,
single thing.
So we wanted to know what they had to say. And this comes directly from Cyberpunk 2077. They put this out earlier in the week. It says, "Dear gamers, first of all, we would like to start by apologizing to you for not showing the game on base last-gen consoles before it premiered, and in consequence, not allowing you to make a more informed decision about your purchase. We should have paid more attention to making it play better on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Second, we will fix bugs and crashes and improve the overall experience. The first round of updates has just been released, and the next one is coming within the next 7 days. Expect more, as we will update frequently whenever new improvements are ready. After the holidays, we will continue working. We'll release 2 large patches, starting with patch 1 in January, followed by patch 2 in February. Together, these should fix most prominent problems gamers are facing on last-gen consoles. We will be informing you about the contents of each patch ahead of their release. They won't make the game on last-gen look like it's running on a high-spec PC or next-gen console, but it will be closer to that experience than it is now. Excuse me. Finally, we would always like everyone who buys our games to be satisfied with their purchase. We would appreciate it if you would give us a chance, but if you are not pleased with the game on your console and don't want to wait for updates, you can opt to refund your copy. For copies purchased digitally, please use the refund system of PSN or Xbox respectively. For box versions, please first try to get a refund at the store where you bought the game. Should this not be possible, contact us, and they have their help link for their email, and we will do our best to help you. Starting from today, you can contact us for a week up until December 21st, 2020. Humbly, and then it has all the people from Cyberpunk. And then it says PS, PC gamers will also be getting regular updates and fixes improving the game. So
yeah,
basically they're acknowledging that they fucked up, and while they want people to give it a chance, they're giving you the option of getting your money back.
Yes, but so when you would see like Gamer Ranks, or when you would see like IGN, do their review of the game, they were told that they were not allowed to show what it looked like on a console. They were only allowed to show the PC.
Which is incredibly misleading.
It is. It is absolutely misleading. And look, IGN and Gamer Ranks, they're running off of now current gen, but next gen, runs. So they wouldn't see half of the shit that the older gen stuff would show. And that's one of the bigger things that's happening. We talked about even the frame rate issues, and the huge texture issues, and just the bugs in the fucking game, and people running through walls. And Anthony was talking about somebody going ahead and
clipping into the guardrail,
and then getting stuck in the guardrail. So
yeah, cars just like flying and flipping from across the map over to you. Like, I've seen that.
I saw one where somebody was breaking into a car, like GTA style, breaking into a car, and the person was kind of like basically hanging onto the side of the car, and then the car started rolling, and then you just see a person just get launched off.
Yeah, like that. But that's some broken shit.
Like, they were it seemed more to me like they were so focused on the PC, development of this game, that they didn't necessarily think, because they knew that they knew the Series X, even the Series S, and the PS5 would be able to handle the game, because the top ranked PCs can handle it. They didn't think about the huge issues, that the PS4 and the Xbox One would deal with. And they've said as much.
That's a huge oversight.
It is an insanely huge oversight, because look, one of the big things about this year was the coronavirus. So with that, we've had a myriad of fucking delays, or just straight cancellations of games. Mm-hmm. We've had a myriad of, I'm just going to use a myriad. We had a myriad of issues with going ahead and getting these new consoles. Like, they just haven't made enough of these consoles, and they can't be I know you don't have one. So
I don't have one. It kills me.
The look on
it kills me.
Oh man, I cannot wait till we actually start doing like live shows, because the look on your face when you just said that,
just overwhelming sadness. This won't be inside, man.
But it's one of those things that I keep on wanting to buy the game. I do. I really want to play this game.
I want to play it once it's ready for me, which it's not.
I want to play. I want to play it. Well, see, that's the thing. I want to play it when it is ready as a next gen game, not when it is a port over from from older gen, or even basically just PC. I don't want that, because that's not giving me all. That's not using the Series X to the best of its capabilities. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that yet with any game anyway. Really, with the X, but it's just one of those things that just it bothers me. Because like I said, I really want this game. Like fucking 40 hours. I keep on looking at it going, man, I'm not gonna play anything else. Like I won't play Chell. Even when I
Yeah.
get into that game, I won't play Ori. I won't play Destiny. Like I won't play anything.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna play Cyberpunk when I get the game.
Yeah. Who knows when that'll be?
But at the same time, I'm not gonna get the game until it goes ahead. Until it's not optimized for Series X. Until it is made for Series X.
Series X.
Yes.
And since all of this, they have now since removed Cyberpunk 2077 from the
PlayStation Store.
PlayStation Store.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now you can't even find it on the on the PlayStation Network store, and actually on the Microsoft Store, they have put out a performance issue warning.
It's like a disclaimer.
Yeah, on the game, and
Basically,
I
buy
thought,
at your own peril.
yeah, so here's what it actually says. On the Microsoft Store page. Users may experience performance issues when playing this game on Xbox One consoles until this game is updated. So,
But it's still full price though, right?
from my knowledge, yes. And to which that's another thing. It's like, you're throwing out a buggy, shitty game, but yet you still want the $60, $65, $70.
Well, the way they look at it, they put out a disclaimer, so if you're dumb enough to purchase it knowing that there's problems, that's on you.
Yeah, and Sony isn't even like, Sony just said until further notice. You know what I mean? So they're not even
I'm glad.
dealing with the bullshit.
That's the different approaches right there. Xbox is basically like, if you're dumb enough to do it, whatever we warned you. Sony's like, we're gonna save you from yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're 100% right on that. Yeah, man. So
That sure was.
So that's everything we have on Cyberpunk so far, and like
Hopefully we have better news coming.
like
down
you
the
said,
pipeline.
there's a patch coming in January.
And
We don't
February.
know. We don't know quite when, in January or February. When those patches are coming out, but they are. They are going to come out, and when they do, hopefully it fixes a bunch of these issues. And dude, these patches are going to be like 70, 80 gigs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they did make it a point to say that it is not going to make it look like it is playing on a Series X or a PS5, but it should bring it closer.
Yes.
So
That's the thing. Because even what I've seen on PS5 or the Series X, it looks good.
it doesn't look like
But-
what you anticipated it to look like.
It doesn't look anywhere near next gen.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Into which
I've seen other next gen games look better.
I've seen games that are optimized.
Look better.
Dude, fucking Gears 5 looks fucking amazing. Destiny 2 looks fucking amazing. There are a bunch of games within the Game Pass lineup that look fucking amazing when they're optimized. But, you know what I mean? What you get off of Cyberpunk is not that.
Yeah.
Not that at all. So the last story that I have for everybody is one that Andy's a little mad that we don't get this around here. We have...
Of course.
You would have to fly to the land of the rising sun. So, Nintendo, they hosted a very special event for the Super Nintendo World theme park at Universal Studios Japan. Now, Andy, I actually have not watched the video yet. I've only seen.
You didn't watch the video?
I've only seen a handful of pictures and stuff like. I've done a little bit of reading on it.
Pause.
So we paused and then we just watched the Super Mario World.
Nintendo World.
Super Nintendo. Sorry, I keep on saying. Look, all
It
you
might
see.
as well be.
Yeah, all you see is everything that is
Mario related.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking incredible.
How sick was that?
Oh my god.
So sick. It was Miyamoto, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Miyamoto takes you through not everything, obviously, because he doesn't want you to, see everything before you experience it yourself. But he takes you through a little bit of it, shows you what the inside of the pipes look like, some of the underground.
I don't know why it made me laugh so much, but every time he goes, "Yeah, I'm Mario's dad." I don't know why. It makes perfect. He is the creator, but it's just one of these that just made me laugh like so much. Because then there's a part to where if you watch, we watched the IGN video, and like he had Mario and Luigi. You know what I mean? They came walking out, hanging out. Hey everybody, and like
Hello.
the fucking whole thing, and then he sits here and goes, "Okay, Dad's busy. Go run."
Yeah. So the second you walk through the warp pipe to get in there, you're legit transported to the Mushroom Kingdom. No doubt.
It is daunting. Like
stunning. But daunting. Yeah, as soon as you look, you're like, oh my word.
There's so much here.
Yeah, there's so much going on. See, it's not overly large in scale, but they found a way to pack stuff in every single little nook and cranny that they have.
And you have this bracelet. You mean this little
like
activity
it's
bracelet?
like a power bracelet.
Yeah, it's a power up bracelet, and there are little M's everywhere that you can go ahead and actually like put it to, and then it'll like make the M like light up and do all this little like Technicolor shit.
There's a lot of hidden stuff that works with an app that they have.
Yeah, so apparently the I mean everybody knows the classic question mark. You mean that you mean
the yellow question mark blocks.
Yeah, the blocks that you jump up and hit.
Oh, you
apparently
do that.
there is 170 of them to go ahead and that you can actually hit in this section of the park.
Yeah. And you actually do. You punch them.
Oh yeah,
You straight punch the bottom.
You straight punch them, and then you get that classic coin sound. I mean, it's just oh my god.
Yeah. So,
It looks so fucking cool.
Yeah, he takes you through that, and then they go through the underground area, which is super cool because they. That sounds banging. Keep going. So they take you through the underground, right? And then
You grooving while you're talking's throwing me off.
they almost kind of make it out to be like you get hit by one of the bombs and turn small. So when you walk into a different part of the underground, everything is huge.
Yeah, everything. Yes. You turn to little Mario.
Yeah, and all the power, the yellow blocks are humongous. And then he takes you to the cafe, which is so sick.
The cafe looks amazing.
They have digital screens that the way they're set up and built into the background doesn't look like they're screens.
No, it looks like you're actually looking, you know what I mean, into the kitchen, and
you see all the toads and everything.
Yeah, all the toads are. You have Chef Toad, you know what I mean, and all his little toad buddies going ahead and working in the kitchen.
And as you would expect, with just the attention to detail that they have in Japan, these dishes are stunning looking.
They are. They're amazing. I mean, they make like these mushroom-looking muffins. I mean, it looked like a blueberry muffin. Looked fucking. I mean, I don't even like blueberries, but it looked amazing to me.
Yeah, they had a burger
delicious.
that looked banging.
The burger was like some fucking bacon fucking cheeseburger, and I'm like, yes, sir.
And the spot where you eat at, like the.
So the cafe
sick.
itself, once you actually go into where you're actually dining, if you look, so every table is a mushroom top, and if you look up at the ceiling, you have all of the classic not only power up pieces but also like things you can throw. So I mean you see like a Koopa shell. I mean you see
Koopa shell, banana.
You saw a banana. I mean you saw the turn up from Mario 2, which it's funny. Like when we're watching that, I'm going, I fucking hated that game, but I think it's because I wasn't good at that game.
That game was by far the toughest.
Oh yeah,
as far as the original 3 go.
Hands down.
It was one of my favorites just because of how different it was than the other 2.
Oh, they
had a completely different antagonist. It had like
they changed it up big time with that.
But after the cafe, he takes you to the gift shop. I believe the gift shop might have actually been first, if I remember correctly.
I think the gift shop was
There's
first.
a cool gift shop that has a whole shitload of Mario merchandise that you can.
Yeah, I mean shirts and just all sorts of stuff. Like Luigi and Mario and just everybody. And I can't get over it, dude. Like
so
just you're seeing like Yoshi's just kind of just walking around. There's one spot to where he was trying to punch a Koopa shell up to a power up to a POW.
Yeah.
Give me a POW
block.
Yeah, POW block to go ahead and knock over one of the other Koopa Troopers.
Yeah, because it looks like there, in addition to like the coins you collect, there are these keys that you collect.
Yeah.
Through there, and if you collect 3 of them or whatever, it's so interactive.
So everything you do is to go ahead and collect coins. And I'm
typical Mario.
And
fashion.
and I'm guessing that the coins actually lead to something in the end.
Yes.
I don't know if it's like a discount at the gift shop or a discount at the cafe.
There's got to be some real world implication.
There has to be. And then the last place you go is
Bowser's Castle.
Bowser's Castle. Now, in the video, I actually really like how the video had a little bit of an inclusion for culture, because in Japanese culture, well actually just in Japanese, Bowser isn't called Bowser, he's called Koopa.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, so to us, he's just known as Bowser. Big Daddy.
They're King Koopa.
King Koopa, yeah. But for them, he's just Koopa. That's it. So, and they actually had that up on the screen, and I'm like, okay, I wasn't expecting that, but I really like how that was there.
Yeah.
Once again, inclusivity. I'm always game for it. But
Bowser's Castle was a Mario Kart theme.
Yeah, everything about it was Mario Kart, and it was fucking cool. You saw all the trophies. You mean for the Mario Kart games?
Like the 150cc, the 100cc, all that
all
stuff.
of them. And then you saw some type of invitation that he got or that he wrote.
That Bowser writes to you, basically, to Mario.
Yeah.
You know, like a Mario Kart challenge, a track that he designed.
And then in there is a AR roller coaster, essentially.
Yeah, an AR Mario Kart roller coaster.
Yeah.
They didn't show you, obviously.
Oh, my God.
Which is probably a good thing, because they don't want to spoil everything before you go in there. So
I
there has
get
to be
that,
some
but
sort
like,
of... For us, who are probably not going to get there...
In my house, we've been watching a lot of videos of these. I mean, of these like my 4-year-old's been obsessed with watching like Jurassic Park. You know what I mean? Like Universal Studios Jurassic Park rides.
Yeah.
We watched the same fucking video like 800 times. So, I mean, so going ahead, like I would have loved to fucking seen this. Like seriously.
Yeah. And then at the end, he does tell you that, you know, since most people probably won't be able to get there due to COVID-19 restrictions, or just because it's tough to get there anyway.
I mean, at least for the East Coast like us, it's like anywhere from an 18 to 24-hour flight.
Yeah, and it's not like it's cheap.
No, it's not.
So, but he did say that there are plans to open the Super Nintendo World in other countries, including here in the U.S., Orlando, Hollywood.
And that's the thing. I mean, Anaheim should have one. I mean, for the Universal location around there.
So I'll probably wait for the Florida one.
And that's Orlando. I will definitely wait for. And like I said, like I was telling you off mic, I want to go to Epcot anyway. So that just fucking builds for me to go ahead and do that. Yeah. So yeah, dude, that was. I want that so
like you're literally living your childhood.
Yes.
If you're there.
And look,
like you're stepping foot in your childhood.
Right now, all we live for is nostalgia. You know what I mean? You mean like a lot of stuff that we enjoy right now that we're playing. You certainly, I mean, especially on like the Switch. Yeah, I mean a lot of it's like nostalgia. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or it brings like nostalgic memories. So
the closest thing we're ever gonna have outside of physically going to a place like this is like when you put on the headset PSVR and you get to actually go to Pandora, or you get to go to these places that you're usually like, oh holy shit, I actually feel like I'm here. But you're wearing a headset, like there's still every now and again something that reminds you that okay,
you're not.
I'm actually in my basement.
When you back up and you hit the couch, you realize you're not there.
But when you go to Super Nintendo World, like you're there. Yeah, that's where you're at. There's nothing you're gonna look around at and go, wait, no, I'm not. Oh no, I'm here.
Look, I am very excited for when things can finally start moving back into the normal capacity, to where that I can start having that thought or that dream of going ahead and, you know what I mean, and vacationing again.
You know what's a really great thing to think about with a place like that is a place, the second you walk through that pipe, you're going to see nothing but people smiling ear to ear in that place.
You want to talk about nothing but people smiling? Like, he was beaming, dude.
Miyamoto is definitely someone you can tell who loves what he's created, loves what he's still able to do with what he's created.
So
obviously not just on his own.
In the absolute beginning of the video, he goes, "Here we go!" Like ooh, that was bad.
He sells it.
100%.
He sells it.
100%.
I bought it.
Look, I enjoy things more when the people that make it
are excited,
love it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because when you love what you do, it comes through.
Yes, absolutely.
It comes through. It's not
like
forced.
this.
It's not. Yeah.
I
love doing this stuff.
I love this, dude. I'm an audiophile, dude. I love everything that has to do with audio. But
seeing how excited he is for people to actually experience it.
Yeah.
Like so much. He could have walked through that whole thing if he wanted to and showed everybody everything, but he wants to keep some bit of.
I guarantee you. If there were people there, he would have been like walking, high fiving, like he would have been having so much fun talking to everybody.
Yeah. Oh, one small thing I didn't touch on. At one point, he was walking through with popcorn that you eat out of one of the stars.
Yeah.
And it was like peach and mushroom.
So in Universal, you can go ahead and get popcorn that is either flavor. Like it was like a caramel, peach or caramel mushroom flavored popcorn, which to me sounds hideously awful. But
if I'm in Super Nintendo World, I'm giving it a pop.
I'll take some from somebody to go ahead and at least try. I'm not spending $30 to go ahead and buy it, but I'll try.
They spared
No expense.
No expense.
Ain't
there.
that a Jurassic Park line right there?
Yeah, everything from when you're walking through the warp pipe, you hear that sound when you're walking through the pipe. When you go underground, they have the underground music. Even there, when Mario and Luigi, when the characters come through, they actually, like, it doesn't sound like it's just, it sounds like they have some sort of recordings in there.
Oh, yeah.
Because it sounds just like, it's not like the people that we have out at, you know, certain places out here that just, you know, they're cool enough, but they don't say anything, or they just do their best.
Yeah,
like
they just make the mannerisms.
Yeah, they're just animated. This, you actually heard, you know, Mario and Luigi were coming up to you like, hello, oh, like all that crazy shit.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just they made sure that they were going to deliver something you would never forget once you went there.
And that's what it looked like, dude. Like I'm excited to show my wife that video tonight because she's a very, very devout, person when it comes down to like N64 games and we play Super Mario together or Mario games all the time together.
And that's actually that's a small big part that I left out.
Oh, in the intro, in the beginning.
When you first come out of that big warp pipe that you walk through, you come directly into the lobby of Peach's castle from Super Mario 64.
N64.
Yeah, Super Mario 64 on Nintendo 64, and you have it plays the same lobby music. It has the pictures on the walls that you jump into. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And the second you step out of that lobby and get your first look of Super Nintendo World,
insane.
It's just like, dude, where do I go first?
Yeah, like I said, it's daunting. It's daunting when you like at least from what we saw from going ahead and just looking out and being like, oh my God, everything's everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like, you see the big blocks that come down crashing. You know what I mean? You see those guys. You see the Shy.
So see what I mean about it not being super big? That's sorry.
Look, from
I don't know if you saw a picture. That's the size of it, but there's a lot in there.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's not super large. You know, it's definitely something where you'd be able to tackle everything in a day.
No, but it doesn't need to be though.
No.
It absolutely doesn't need to be super large. I mean,
if you can give people what you want them to experience and a lot of fun and not make them have to walk 15 miles to get to each thing.
Look, that is one of the things about that I'm at least interested in when it comes down to these these particular things in these parks is like the Star Wars experience. You know what I mean? Like when that's up and running. Like, that's not going to take the entire park. That's just a section of the park. The Jurassic Park stuff is in a section of the park. Like the Avengers, like the MCU stuff is in a section of the parks. It's not. You don't need to go ahead and. It's not like Disney itself. Where you have an entire park you need to walk around to experience it all. You only have a section you need to handle, like Harry Potter. You know what I mean? It's just a section of it. So I'm game for it. I'm absolutely game for that. Especially with my fucking bum ass ankle. I need to go ahead. I can't walk that much.
I just can't wait to see people's first reactions to having actually, gone through here.
Yeah,
because it looks. And I recommend that anyone that hasn't seen it go on YouTube, type in Super Nintendo World, and peep It's not long. It's maybe like 8 minutes.
Yeah, no, it's not long at all.
Something like that, and get a better idea of not only what they did, but like when you see something like that, knowing what they can do.
Yeah.
Moving forward. Now, granted, that took just a part of that park. Took 6 years.
Yeah. So Koopa's Tower.
Bowser's Castle.
Bowser's Castle.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I'm getting my shit messed up. But you said that took 6 years to go ahead and build.
I believe that's what they said. Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, man, that's where we're at. So let us know what you think about the about Super Mario World or Super Nintendo World. That they we'll drop a link for this in the show notes as well. Let everybody go and check it out. I'm gonna drop it on the Twitter page. Kind of get an idea of what people think.
Yeah.
But until then.
Oh yes, sir. It's probably time for me to tell everybody where they can reach us, huh?
Yeah. So we're not doing a what are we playing today. We'll wait until
not today.
We'll wait until the next full episode for that.
So as far as connecting with us, the best place, as always, is our Twitter. We are at Console Crew. We also have our own .com website, consolegamingcrew.com. All of our episodes get uploaded on there. We have our Gmail, consolegamingcrew@gmail.com. If you respond to, if you send us an email, we would love to hear from you. We'll respond.
Absolutely.
We will respond as immediately as possible. We also have an Instagram, Console Gaming Crew. Anthony's been doing better at keeping up with that, so That's good. We have a Facebook that I say every time that I have to be better with because it's not that great, but we are Console Gaming Crew on Facebook.
Yes.
We have a YouTube. We have a YouTube that is pretty fresh.
All of our episodes come out on the YouTube the same day that they come out on. You mean regular episodes drop. And I am gonna start. I mean, I'm the one that controls that, so I'm gonna start putting some some of our highlights from Chell, and maybe some stuff from gaming. Give me some other stuff that I've done.
Absolutely. And the most important thing right now, or one of the most important things right now, is our Twitch. And Wes, every time we get to this point in the show, we are closer and closer. We are 2 away.
2.
Wes is the important one. He is Dragon_CGC. So please.
So close, man.
So close.
So close.
2 more, and he will be a Twitch affiliate, and then we can move on to somebody else.
Yes.
But so he's the important one. He is Dragon_CGC. I am Scooby with a K, CGC, and Anthony is. I said Scooby with a K. Someone's going to type in Scooby with a K. So SKOOBY CGC. And Anthony, who always dares to be different, is CGC_Squishy Soprano.
We need him to jump in and change that. It's been long enough now.
He can now.
Yeah.
It takes 2 months, I think. A month or 2.
Yeah, we're good. He can change it now.
But as of right now, he is CGC_Squishy Soprano.
And we will change it accordingly when it's time.
Yes, sir.
So, we appreciate y'all listening.
5 stars, baby.
5 stars? Oh, yeah.
Anywhere you can.
Fucking forgot about that.
And we are
Jesus
actually,
Christ.
If I saw something correctly, we were on something new now.
Yes.
Which is cool. Right up our alley.
Epic is now throwing Spotify on their platform. You know what I mean? So Epic Games. So I'm guessing you can like download the Spotify app off of there or something like that. So we're on there now, which is awesome. Can't argue with that. You know what I mean? We're continuously moving to multiple platforms. I honestly think we're close to like 18 now when it comes down to the amount of platforms. But yeah, Podchaser and Apple Podcasts are the ones that I know that you can throw us 5 stars and give us comments. If there's any other ones like the Spotify's and everything else, please go ahead and give us whatever rating you can. Hopefully it's the best one, and throw us comments on that. But yeah, until next time you hear from us, which will be after Christmas, I want to go ahead and once again say Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays, and then stay safe. Wash your hands.
Merry Christmas, Hanukkah.
Game on.
Game on, baby.